13th chapter, surface areas and volumes. We are familiar with all these solids. We had studied formulas for surface area and volume last year itself. Let us recall. The first one is cuboid. We know cuboid is a solid which has length, breadth and height of different measures. Two may be equal. If all the three are equal, this cuboid will be converted into a cube. But here, for granted, we take LBH are different here. First one is total surface area. In short, we take it as TSA, total surface area. When you feel total surface area, it has two tops here. There's a top and bottom. They have the same area, which is L into B. If you consider the sides, it is also in the form of a rectangle whose area is B into H. So here one B into H, here also one B into H becomes 2BH. Similarly, if you take this is also in the form of a rectangle whose area is H into L. So it has 6 faces. Top and bottom faces are identical. Area of each is L into B. If you consider the sides are in the form of a rectangle. Area of each face of the side is B into H. If you take this face, it is also in the form of a rectangle whose area is H into L. Because of two identical faces, we have 2 LBs, 2 BH and 2 HL. So taking 2 out, we take total surface area as 2 into LB plus BH plus HL. If you consider the book is also in the form of a cuboid, we know. These two faces are identical, L into B. This is B into H. This is breadth and this is height. These two faces are identical, BH, 1BH plus 1BH becomes 2BH. This front face, if you take, this is length and this is height. It is in the form of a rectangle. Therefore, it is L into H. Here one L into H, here one into L. Therefore, it becomes 2LH. Therefore, total surface area, the entire surface area of this cuboid is 2LB plus 2BH plus 2HL. 2 is common, it is taken out. So, we get 2 into LB plus BH plus HL. Then comes lateral surface area. What is excluded in lateral surface area than this total surface area? If top and the bottom is excluded, the remaining area is called lateral surface area. This and this are excluded. So this LB and this LB, 2 LBs, if we subtract from this total surface area, we get lateral surface area. So we get area of these two surfaces and these two faces. That's all. So we get 2H into L plus B. This 2H into L plus B also represents area of 4 walls of a room. 4 walls of a room. Therefore, the ceiling is excluded and the floor is also excluded. So, it is like lateral surface area of a cuboid only. So, lateral surface area of a cuboid or area of 4 walls of the room are the same, which is equal to 2H into L plus B. As I told you, the difference between cube and cuboid. If L, B and H are equal, this cuboid is converted into a cube. So here you find length, breadth and height are equal. So here I have taken length, breadth and height as X. So in this cuboid formula, if you substitute L equal to B equal to H equal to X, we will get these two formulas. So in a cuboid, if you see each face, it becomes what becomes a square. You can see here each face is a rectangle. Here each face is a square. What is the area of square? It is a side square. Side is X, therefore X square. But there are 6 faces for a cube. Therefore, total surface area becomes 6X square. What is this lateral surface area? Top and base is excluded. Top and base. Top is 1X square. Base is also another X square. So, 2X square if we exclude from total surface area, we get lateral surface area. Then comes a cylinder. We know we are very familiar with the cylinder. If you see the top of the cylinder, it is in the form of a circle, which is pi r square. This is also in the form of a circle, which is pi r square. This portion is called curved surface area. because it is curved, not a flat, not a plain surface. You can see it is a curved surface area. So top is pi r square, base is also pi r square, in between portion is 2 pi r h. So if it is curved surface area, we calculate only this. The formula is 2 pi r h. If it is total surface area, we add 1 pi r square plus 1 pi r square. So 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. Common term is 2 pi r into h plus r. Then comes right circular cone. What is right circular cone? The angle between the radius and the height, here we are going to take 90 degree. We know this is height of the cone or altitude of the cone. This is radius of base of the cone, and this is slant height. The slant height is denoted by L. This altitude or height is denoted by h, and this radius is denoted by r. So when it is curved surface area, base we exclude. We calculate only this portion, which is pi rl. Total surface area includes this curved surface plus area of the base, which is pi rl plus pi r square. Pi r is common into L plus r. This is L and this is h and this is r. It is a right angle triangle. Therefore, using Pythagoras, we get L square equal to h square plus r square. So, in case if two datas are given, to find the third data out of the three, we use Pythagoras. Then comes sphere. The sphere has only one area called surface area, which is calculated using 4 pi r square. Then hemisphere. If a sphere is cut into two equal halves, each half is called hemisphere. This hemisphere, curved surface area is this portion. This is calculated using the formula 2 pi r square. If it is total surface area, we include the base also. We know the base is in the form of a circle, which is pi r square. Curved surface area, we know it is 2 pi r square. Therefore, what is total surface area? 2 pi r square plus 1 pi r square becomes 3 pi r square. Then the corresponding volumes are written. Volume of a cuboid is LBH. Volume of a cube is x cube. Cylinder pi r square h. Volume of a cone is 1/3 of volume of the cylinder, that is 1 upon 3 pi r square h. Volume of sphere is 4 upon 3 pi r cube, and volume of hemisphere is 2 upon 3 pi r cube. All these formulas of surface area, volume of all these solids we had studied last year. So it is only just a revision. We should remember all these formulas thoroughly before we start the exercise. Exercise 13.1, first question. Two cubes of volume 64 centimeter cube are joined end to end. You can see two cubes. This is one cube, this is another cube. These two cubes of the same size are joined end to end. Find the surface area of the resulting cuboid. When you combine two cubes, it is converted into a cuboid. We are asked to calculate the surface area of the resulting cuboid. So volume of each cube is 64 centimeter cube. We know volume of cube is x cube or a cube, where x is the side of the cube. So x cube equal to 64, x cube equal to 4 cube, x equal to 4 centimeter. Therefore, side of each cube is equal to 4 centimeter. Now let us come to the drawing. This is 4 centimeter. Here to here is 4 centimeter. Here to here is 4 centimeter. Right? Therefore, what is length of the cuboid? Length of the cuboid is 4 plus 4, which is equal to 8 centimeter. This is height of the cuboid, which is side of the cube, which is equal to 4. Similarly, this is the breadth of the cuboid, which is also equal to 4. Therefore, only length differs, whereas breadth and height remain the same. So breadth of the cuboid is 4 centimeter and height of the cuboid is also equal to 4 centimeter. Therefore, total surface area of the cuboid is the formula is 2 LB plus BH plus HL. Substituting 2 into L is 8, 8 into 4, B and H each is 4, height is 4, L is 8, which is 2 into 32 plus 16 plus 32. So it is 2 into 78, 156 centimeter square. Here it comes 80, sorry. So we will get here 160 centimeter square. So let us understand. 2 cubes of volume. Volume of each cube is 64 centimeter cube. We know by formula volume of cube is x cube. X cube is 64. Therefore, x is equal to 4 centimeter. 2 cubes are combined end to end, joined end to end. Therefore, this becomes the length of the cuboid, which is 4 plus 4, which is equal to 8 centimeter. This is nothing but height of the cuboid equal to height of the cube 4 centimeter. Similarly, breadth of the cuboid and breadth of the cube are the same, equal to 4 centimeter. So we got LB and H of a cuboid. We have used the formula 2 into LB plus BH plus HL. Substituting, we get here 32, here 60 and here 32. Adding, we get 80 into 2, which gives 160 centimeter square. Exercise 13.1, second question. A vessel is in the form of a hollow hemisphere mounted by a hollow cylinder. Here there are two solids. One is a hollow hemisphere and it is mounted by a hollow cylinder. So the top is a hemisphere. Sorry, the top is a cylinder and the base is a hemisphere. The total height of the vessel is 13 centimeter. Which is the total height? Here to here is given 13 centimeter. Okay. And what is this 14 centimeter? It is the diameter of the hemisphere. So remember, the hemisphere and the cylinder got mounted on one another and only one diameter or radius is specified. So here we have to take diameter of the hemisphere equal to diameter of the cylinder. Both are equal, we have to take. So the very first step is diameter of the cylinder is equal to diameter of the hemisphere, because one is mounted on the other and only one diameter is mentioned here. Therefore, we take for granted both the diameters are equal. Therefore, radius of the cylinder and radius of the hemisphere are equal. Diameter is 14 centimeter. Therefore, radius of each is 14 divided by 2, which is equal to 7 centimeter. Right? Okay. We are asked to find out the inner surface area of the vessel. Vessel is the combination of cylinder and the hemisphere. So, this portion we have to find out. Curved surface area of the cylinder and curved surface area of the hemisphere also we have to find out. So, if we add these two areas, that is the inner surface area of the vessel, right? So, here to calculate this, we need R and H of the cylinder. R we know it is 7 centimeter. So, H is left over to calculate. So what is height of the cylinder? Here to here is the height of the cylinder. Here to here is the height of the cylinder. We know the entire height, which is 13 centimeter. We know here to here is radius of the hemisphere. So from the entire height, if radius of the hemisphere is removed, the remaining height is what? Height of the cylinder. So we are going to write height of the cylinder is height of the vessel total height of the vessel minus radius of the hemisphere. Total height is 13 centimeter. Radius of the hemisphere is 7 centimeter. So 6 centimeter is height of the cylinder, which is H. Now we are going to find out inner surface area of the vessel. So inner surface area of the vessel is equal to CSA of cylinder, curved surface area, CSA of the cylinder plus CSA of hemisphere. What is CSA of the cylinder? We know it is 2 pi RH. CSA of the hemisphere is 2 pi R square. So the common term is 2 pi R, which is H plus R. Substituting the values 22 upon 7, R is equal to 7. Here H is 6 and R is 7. So it is 44 into 13 centimeter square, which is equal to 572. Multiply, you will get 572 centimeter square. This is the inner surface area of the vessel. Let us understand. A vessel is in the form of a hollow hemisphere mounted by a hollow cylinder. So there is a cylinder and its base is a hemisphere. We are asked to find out the inner surface area. It is nothing but surface area of the cylinder, curved surface area of the cylinder plus curved surface area of the hemisphere. This portion is unseen because one got mounted on the other. So base of the cylinder got fixed with top of the hemisphere, so that portion is unseen. So only these two areas we are supposed to find. Because it got mounted, radius of the cylinder and radius of the hemisphere are equal to diameter divided by 2, which is 7 centimeter. Total height is given 13 centimeter. Here to here is radius of the hemisphere, which is 7 centimeter. So this height is 13 centimeter minus 7 centimeter, which is equal to 6 centimeter. That is the height of the cylinder. Therefore, using 2 pi RH plus 2 pi R square, taking the common term and substituting, we get total surface area of the vessel is 572 centimeter square. Exercise 13.1, third question. A toy is in the form of a cone of radius 3.5 centimeter mounted on a hemisphere. So there is a hemisphere. On top of the hemisphere, there is a cone of same radius. So radius of the cone and radius of the hemisphere are equal. The total height of the toy is 15.5 centimeter. Total height of the toy here to here is given 15.5 centimeter. We know this is radius of the hemisphere, which is 3.5. We can find out height of the cone using 15.5 and 3.5. Okay. So first let us write here. The radius of the cone which is equal to radius of the hemisphere is equal to 3.5 centimeter. height of the cone is not given, we have to calculate. Height of the cone is total height minus radius of the hemisphere. It is shown in the drawing very clearly. Total height minus radius of the hemisphere gives height of the cone. What is the total height of the vessel given? 15.5 centimeter minus 3.5 centimeter, which is equal to 12 centimeter. Okay. The question is find total surface area of the toy. Total surface area of the toy is it has two sections, cone and a hemisphere. This portion is unseen, therefore we don't calculate this. Only this portion and this portion we take because it got mounted and we want surface area. Therefore this portion is seen and this portion is seen. So it is CSA, curved surface area of cone plus curved surface area of hemisphere. Curved surface area of the cone is pi RL. Curved surface area of the hemisphere is 2 pi r square. Pi r is common, it is L plus 2r. Okay. So we need here L and R. R is already known, it is given as 3.5 centimeter. So what is left over to find? L we have to find out. So we know radius of the cone is 3.5 and height of the cone is 12. We know it is a right circular cone. Using Pythagoras we can get the slant height. This is L and this is H and this is R. Therefore we are going to use Pythagoras. L square equal to R square plus H square. R is 12. It is 12 square. H is equal to R is 3.5. 3.5 square and H is 12 square. 3.5 square is 12.25 plus 12 square is 144, which is equal to 156.25. Therefore L is root of 156.25. When we calculate the root of this, we will get 12.5 centimeter. So we got L and R, thus we are going to substitute here, which is equal to 22 upon 7. R is 3.5, L is 12.5 plus 2 into R, R is 3.5. Here it is 22 upon 7 into 3.5 is we can write 35 upon 10. Here 12.5 plus 1 plus 7. So cancelling we get here 7 upon 2, 7 gets cancelled, 2 goes in 22 11 times. Multiplying 11 with 19.5 we get 214.5 centimeter square. Therefore total surface area of the toy is 214.5 centimeter square. Exercise 13.1 fourth question is a cubical block, you can see a cubical block of side 7 centimeter. What is the side of the cube given? 7 centimeter. Is surmounted by a hemisphere. Hemisphere is on top of the cube. The question is what is the greatest diameter of the hemisphere? What is the greatest diameter the hemisphere can have? What will be the greatest diameter of the hemisphere if the hemisphere is surmounted on a cube? Find the surface area of the solid. This is the biggest hemisphere which can be surmounted on a cube. So you can see this is called diameter of the hemisphere, whereas the same dotted lines is the side of the cube. Therefore, diameter of the hemisphere and side of the cube are the same. the greatest diameter of the hemisphere is equal to side of the cube, which is equal to 7 centimeter. Therefore, the radius of the hemisphere is 7/2 centimeter. Right? The question is, find the surface area of the solid. Find the surface area of the solid. Therefore, we are going to find surface area of the solid. Here the solid is the combination of hemisphere and the cube. Therefore, it is surface area of the cube plus curved surface area of the hemisphere minus area of base of the hemisphere. Area of the base of the hemisphere. Why we subtract this area of base of the hemisphere? When we take surface area of the cube, here we mean total surface area of the cube. It is right, total surface area of the cube. So, all the 6 faces are counted here, right? Plus curved surface area of the hemisphere. This portion is calculated. In this portion, this base of the hemisphere is already calculated, but the face got fixed, mounted on the cube. Therefore, this portion is unseen, whose area is already calculated in total surface area of the cube. Therefore, we subtract area of the base of the hemisphere. What is total surface area of the cube? It is 6 into side square, or 6 into x square, whatever it is. CSA of the hemisphere is 2 pi r square. We know area of the base of the hemisphere is in the form of a circle. Therefore, its area is pi r square. Side is 7 centimeter given in the question. Therefore, 6 into 7 square. 2 pi r square minus pi r square is pi r square. It is 6 into 49 plus pi value 22/7. R value is 7/2 into 7/2. So, we will get here 294 plus 77/2. Therefore, simplifying these two, we get so 294 plus 77/2, division gives 38.5. Adding these two, we get 332.5 centimeter square. Only thing here we should understand why it got subtracted. This area is already contained in total surface area of the cube, and this portion is unseen. Therefore, we subtract the area of the base of the hemisphere. And we want the biggest diameter of the hemisphere, which is surmounted by a, the cube is surmounted by a hemisphere. Therefore, the biggest diameter of the hemisphere is nothing but side of the cube. Therefore, its radius becomes 7/2 centimeter.